Hello, happy Tuesday. So, I have desperately been wanting to come on and do makeup, even though it's in my bedroom and bad lighting and everything. But every day I wake up and I'm just bombarded with new problems, new issues with this sale. And I just get, overwhelmed and exhausted within, an hour of waking up today. We are now on our sixth closing date, so that's lovely. Um, yeah, they. I'm a little upset because this next closing date will be our sixth, and um, the bed that I'm in now is the bed that I shared with my husband, and my son and I couldn't get it into the pods because their instructions said to leave the beds for last and put it, up against the load to keep it more stable and stuff. So I listened to that, and it turns out these beds are so freaking unbelievably heavy. I don't know what they're made of, but we would have had to lift it up over our heads to get it up on top of my son's bed, which was also hell to move. But so we could not do it. We could not get my bed in there. So I had originally wanted to order a smaller pod to put the beds in, and then any last minute, stuff. I had also planned on buying new bedroom furniture and putting that in there. But every closing date, I thought, well, darn, I don't have the time, to do that because it can take them, 2 weeks to schedule pickup and delivery. So I had kept saying, no, I can't do it, not going to have the time. But it turns out I would have had the time and then some. But at the time, I didn't know I would have the time. So now I have to leave my bed and a little cabinet that came from England and the bottom part of my pram, which is an English stroller, and some other stuff, Oh, God, I'm so fed up with this whole thing. If the buying process for a house is anything like this, you might be reading about me. I'm kidding, but oh my God. So I planned on coming on today, and then, I started getting messages from my realtor about how they are just not making it easy for us. And then he got into how there's another new closing date and blah, 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 blah. And, it just took any and all motivation. So, I don't know. I keep trying to convince myself that getting a new bed is good, that I can get a bigger one. I have a queen size. And I was thinking about getting a king to have more room for my babies. But the fact that this is the last bed that I shared with my husband is kind of making it hard, I don't know. I know I shouldn't have an attachment to it, to an object or these other objects that I have to leave here, but I do. I keep telling myself maybe, when you finally get the out of here, maybe it won't even cross your mind again, you know? I don't know. My allergies have been absolute hell, too. I think it's probably stress triggering a lot of it. My eyes are so irritated and itchy and just crazy. I've been taking 2 allergy tablets a day, and right now I took a 12-hour one, I think it was, hours ago, but my eyes are still so itchy and burning and crazy right now. So anyway, I really hope that one of these days I will be back on a consistent basis, settled somewhere and happy, if that's possible for me. Oh, one plus though, I did have a nice dream about my husband this morning. He came to tell me he loved me and hold me and told me about heaven. That was nice. So I'm gonna go because I'm waiting for my realtor to come over because I have to sign paperwork. Originally, I wanted to just pick up the check, but now if I'm going to try to leave, I have to have it wired, and so I'm gonna go. Bye.